Hi all, welcome to the Super League SBC guide. We've got ourselves Guilherme and Arslan for the SBC cards. So we can smash leagues. It would be awesome. Sub to the channel if you're new. Follow me on Twitter at @G_is_legend. All links down below for posting channel and social media links as always. Hit that notification bell so you know when uploads are up on the channel. Would be massively appreciated. Send you back, looking at it at the moment, about 150k, maybe a little bit more, maybe 180. But in terms of the packs, they aren't the best, but they aren't the worst, I'll admit. I thought they might have made them a lot worse. With a lot of the teams, you can do quite a fair bit of bronze pack methods, so keep that in mind. With a lot of players, there's definitely room for, and also quite a few of the players in a lot of the teams this year were gold last year and have been downgraded to like silvers, like just narrowly even. Can't even say my words, but no matter. So just to break down each individual pack, and then we will give you roughly the complete worth of the packs, and then put it in relation to the cost of the SBC, and then the overall cost, if it's worth it, as it were. So Alanya Sport is a mixed players pack. That is at the moment about 7k to do. That's a 5k pack. And Tally Spores a Prime Silver Players pack for about 6k at the moment, looking at that. Bajika Spear is 8k for a small Prime Gold Players pack. Bajika 7k for small Gold Players. Psycho's Rise of Sport is a Jumbo Premium Silver pack, and the prices are all wrong in that. I'm seeing like 5 to 7k in some instances, and then like 50k in others, so I'm not quite sure what is going on with that one. I think there's maybe just consoles just playing up maybe, or different data just being inconsistent. Then Zealous Spore, small rare mixed players pack, about 7-8k for that. Fenerbahce premium mixed players pack, about 8-9k for that. Galatasaray 8-9k for a rare gold pack. Gaziantep is 6k for a small rare silver players pack. I was just getting my words tongue tied there. Glenor Baligi small rare mixed players pack, 8k with that one. Goztep 8 to 10 for jumbo premium silver. Kasimpasa 6 to 8 for small electrum players pack. Kayseri Spore 5 to 7 for premium silver players pack. Konya Spore 5 to 7 for a small rare mixed players. Ankarakug is 6-7k for mixed players. Siva Spore about 8 to 10 for the small rare silver players. Trabona Spore about 8k for small rare mixed players, and 7-8k for Gename Lattice Spore for a premium gold pack. So in terms of breaking down the packs from there, now that we've done that, mixed players 5k, prime silver is about the same. Small prime works out like 20k. In all honesty, it's not really. It never feels like a 20k pack because it's quite a very weak pack. It's because obviously it's just half a pack, half the 45k. So you take it for what it's worth. Small gold players is like 5k, jumbo premium 7.5. So at the moment you're, if you're keeping count, 42.5. Denzel Spore's like a 5k pack, so that's 47. Premium mix is like 7-8k, so 55. Rare gold packs 25k, so that's up to 80. Gaziantep's like a 4-5k pack, so that's 84. Rare mix is an R5, NAR 7.5 for Goztep. Small electrums about 5k pack for Kasimpasa, 101. Kayseri Spore's like a 7.5, so that's 108. Konya Spore's an R5k, so 113, and Kaguru's a 5k. Siva Spore's like an R4 5k pack, 123. Trabona Spore's like an R5k pack, so you're between 135 and 140k worth of packs roughly, if you wanted it in terms of a breakdown. So if we're saying 150, 180 realistically for a coin spend, and then about 135, 140k worth of packs, I would say after packs you're maybe looking at Arslan or Guilherme for say 60 at lowest, and then maybe 80-90k at highest, because it all depends what you pack. Obviously you could pack just complete discards, or you just end up packing just something quite half decent, whether it be an inform or like a hero card, whatever it may be. And in all honesty, looking at it, with a lot of the teams where you can put in bronzes and then fill in silvers kind of around it, also keep in mind quite a few of the teams have transferred players, because sometimes I've noticed with some of the routes that I've built, the transferred card is in the other team as well, so it's like I've maybe put them on the bench, or I've maybe had them in the starting 11 and never realised. So keep moments like that to factor in as well. But with quite a lot of the routes I've noticed, you can easily go like sometimes the centre mids in it, like left or right mid, and you can easily put in, say, like another, like some of the teams might have like a goalkeeper and then maybe say a bronze goalkeeper. Depending on certain positions, you can easily slot in the bronze goalie, say, in the starting 11, and maybe the gold goalie, if you've packed him, you can easily put him in an out of position, where it'd be like, say, a left back, centre back, right back, whatever it may be, if it helps keep the cost down. Because sometimes you'll find for certain positions, if like the gold player that's in that certain position is cheap, but say the silver player right next to him could be 3 or 4 times the cost, it never hurts to cover your back. And I've noticed that with a few teams, not just in this League SBC, but pretty much every League SBC since, and it's better to be organised. And I would probably say as well, like, not every team I think I've included, I think I've not got all the bronzes in. Like, if I've forgotten some of them, it's quite easily done. But there's so many like handy players just to kind of just slot in and work away with. And like, for me, I think this is why they've probably just tried to keep it all up very like silver oriented. Like, this is probably an SBC where there is a decent balance of silver packs and a decent balance of like gold, but not, say, to the extent where we should be like excited about them. Like, every year they just seem to be making, well, it's only really just been this year, like this year and last year, where the packs are a lot weaker. And if folk want to obviously rinse the SBCs, personally, no one's really going to be overly excited for a Guilherme or Arslan. Like, Arslan, yes, he's German and can slot into quite a few hybrids. Same for Guilherme, can't deny that either. Your biggest problem is you've got so many German centre mids already that are half decent, that are just base cards like Goretzka. And then in Guilherme's case, you've got plenty of other wingers for not just Brazil, but of like stronger, like just equally strong nations that are base cards for, like, whether it be France, Germany, England, Portugal, and you're not exactly going to find yourself like short of anything. So I think it's each their own who they kind of do, but it's also at the same time comes down to if like every player fits your team, because you might be one of these types that might want every special card for like that nation. So keep that factor in mind. But I would say at the moment it's not really worth doing. Like, I would probably just keep going, maybe like, unless you've been going hard on like bronze pack method, then I would consider it. But at the same time, it comes down to like your discretion. Like, I would, like, personally, if I was going to do either card, I'd probably go for Arslan. But even then, like, Guilherme does tempt me a little bit. But I thought just as well, just to show all the packs as well that I've highlighted earlier in the video, kind of breaking down like each individual pack and their respective value. But I hope, as always, folks, you find this useful. Let me know in the comments down below which player you've done, if any, or if you've done both, then fair play. What you got in your packs, if you've done them, and if you've enjoyed both players. So smash the like as always, sub to the channel if you're new, follow me on Twitter, G's Legend, and I will catch you all later.